Joe Thomas talking with Doug Dyken Berea. When Joe Thomas announced his retirement, it left a huge void the Cleveland Browns hadn't had to think about for over 10 years. From 2007, there has been no question who would line up at the key position on the offensive line whose task it is to protect the quarterback's blind side. As the Browns prepare for the 2018 without Thomas, that will be one of the biggest decisions needed to be made during training camp in the preseason on who will step in to try to replace him. Obviously, we are talking about replacing one of the best players to ever play that position in Joe Thomas, Hugh Jackson said at the conclusion of the June minicamp. I would be not a very good coach if I did not try everybody over there first before we made that decision. We do not have Joe Thomas here anymore. We have moved on from that. We have to make sure that we have somebody that is comfortable that can play that spot that gives us a chance to win games. The Browns, historically, have had relatively little trouble finding long-term answers at left tackle. Let's take a look at the Browns' history at the position and what are the chances that they will be able to find the successor for Thomas. F0R39s. From 1946 to 1984, the Browns had just 3 left tackles. That is right up there with the fact that the Steelers have had just 3 head coaches since 1970. For the past 11s, the Browns had another left tackle to total 50s of having just 4 players at the position. Those 4 players not only put up a half a century of service, but totaled 26 Pro Bowls and 1 Hall of Fame induction between them, not including Thomas' certain induction to come in 5 years after the mandatory waiting period. Lou Groza started the string in 1946 when the Browns were formed, and played a total of 21s with the Browns. Groza moved from left tackle to place kicker after Dick Shafferth took over at left tackle in 1960. The first 4 years were in the All-American Football Conference before the Browns became part of the NFL in 1950. Groza joined the Browns from Ohio State under Paul Brown before the draft was started. He held the left tackle spot until 1959, earning 9 Pro Bowl appearances and eventually being inducted into the Hall of Fame in Canton. Shafferth handled left tackle in 1960 and played there until 1971. Shafferth was a second-round draft pick from Ohio State. Shafferth went to the Pro Bowl 6 times. There has been some talk that Shafferth deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, as his running mate Gene Hickerson is, who both cleared the way for Hall of Fame running back Jim Brown. After Shafferth retired, Doug Dyken took over in 1971 and was the left tackle until 1984 after being a 6th-round draft choice from Illinois. Dyken was named to the Pro Bowl in 1981. After Dyken retired, the Browns had some serviceable tackles, but none were the stalwarts the Browns had from 1946 to 84 until Thomas was drafted 3rd overall in 2007. He played every snap until his ending injury in 2017, which ended up being his last year in the NFL. After Dyken's retirement, the Browns had little long-term stability until the team left for Baltimore in 1995. Ricky Bolden 1985-86, Paul Farron 1987-1990 and Tony Jones 1991-1995 were the left tackles from 1985 to 95, with none holding down the job for more than 5s, although Jones went with the Ravens in the move. Jones might have been the best of the group, but with the move his tenure in Cleveland is a moot point. Just like the team overall after the return in 1999, the Browns really had no stability at the position until Thomas arrived. They played 6 different tackles, but none held the job for more than 2s. Thomas went to the Pro Bowl his first 10s 2007-16 before missing the honor in his final after a ending triceps injury in the 7th game. Thomas played 10,062 consecutive snaps before the injury. Lomas Brown 1999, Roman Oben 2001, Barry Stokes 2003, Ross Verber 2002, 2004, L.J. Shelton 2005 and Kevin Shafford 2006 were given opportunities until Thomas arrived. The Browns will start a new era post-Thomas, and if history proves anything, the Browns hope they will be able to find the long-term answer at left tackle with either Sean Coleman, Austin Corbett or possibly even Joel Bitonio. After Groza, the Browns had Shafferth and Dyken hold down the position for the next 26s. They can only hope that Thomas' successors can carry on that tradition.